Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L, and this time, let's talk about Rising of the Shield Hero. This time specifically, what are the Shield Hero's powers? Like, if you're wondering what kind of powers Naofumi, the main character, has in this show, I can tell you, at least up to volume 1 of the light novel. Because of that though, and because this video is being made before the 3rd episode has aired, there might be some minor spoilers as to which shields Naofumi is getting. So let's just get right into it. The good thing is that the anime is not covering everything that Naofumi is getting. The shields are still being mentioned sneakily, so this video is just really meant to be a companion video. Anyway, let's start with the basic general powers. Status magic. The heroes in the anime are told that they can see that their status and their stats, pretty much a video game style. That's magic, so it's technically a power that Naofumi gets to have. Another thing Naofumi has is slave magic. He has it worked right into his status magic. Now, you don't really get to see him overtly using this other than just the general rules of slave magic. For instance, if the slave is misbehaving, they will get a bit of a backlash. Naofumi can't control this magic through his status magic. You will most likely just see it happening as opposed to him activating it. Moving on, this time we're going into the shield. The shield and all the other weapons in the series level up with the hero. So as Naofumi gets stronger, his base shield will also get stronger. Another thing that the shield does is that it translates dialogue for Naofumi. Special note though is that it doesn't let Naofumi read the written language. Continuing with the shield can absorb loot to help power itself up. So pretty much Naofumi can feed the shield materials and see if that unlocks some new shields for him. And we will get into those as well. Next up, the shield can emit a soft barrier that reduces damage. We see this happen very early on in the anime. The reason that Naofumi can keep all those balloons on his person is because they're not hurting him. Mind you, if a monster overcomes that threshold, it will hurt Naofumi, as we see in episode 2. Another quality of life feature, the shield comes with its own help manual that gives Naofumi tips on how to use it. That's pretty nice. One more into the shield can be upgraded into different forms by absorbing various materials. The different forms have different abilities, and that is the source of the majority of Naofumi's powers. Naofumi can switch forms of the shield by imagining what exactly he wants. That just tells you how it works. By using a new shield though, he can unlock that shield's characteristic skill and have it available to him forever, even if he's using another shield. On the other hand though, you have the special effects. Special effects are effects that appear only when the specified weapon is equipped for the first time. Unlike equip effects, these effects cannot be learned for later use, so be careful and only use them when you are sure they will be useful. Now, you might notice that this thing is also saying for the first time, but honestly, from the way that this worked out, I think this is just a bit of a translation error. This passage is from the light novel though. You get it though. It's pretty much a shield exclusive ability, and we'll see an example of this in a few. So now that we're in the shield area, here are the powers that Naofumi gets from his shields. Now, mind you, the anime has gone a step forward and shown the stats for some of the shields in the 2nd episode. These stats do not pop up that easily in the light novel. So just keep that in mind as we go through some of these shields. Just imagine that they all have their own unique stats that might not be covered. So anyway, shields that Naofumi has. He has the orange shield. This shield gives him a +2 to his defense stat, I believe. Then he has the yellow shield. Pretty much a color swap of the orange shield. Another defense +2. Then he has the leaf shield. We saw this in episode 1. This gives him the absorption ability, which pretty much just means he gets a bonus when he's picking up items. The items tend to be of higher quality, so pretty much the shield is affecting the world around him. Next up, the fish shield. It allows him to fish better. It has the fishing +1 skill. Next up, the red small shield. It is an upgrade of the orange shield series. You get it from the red balloon. It gives Naofumi +4 to his defense. Next up, we have a series of shields: the mush shield, the blue mush shield, and the green mush shield. Naofumi got this from killing a bunch of mushrooms. They come in with skills that allow Naofumi to make medicine effectively. They are Plant Appraisal 1, Simple Recipe 1, and Apprenticeship Compounding. In other words, making medicine. The anime doesn't really go into detail on how they work, but you see the effects when Naofumi is making medicine for Raftalia. Moving on, Naofumi also has the small medicine shield and the small poison shield. He got these after he fed the stuff he made from his medicine making to the shield, and they come with the skills of medicine efficiency up, meaning he can make medicine at a higher rate, and also poison resistance up. Next we have another series of shields, the egg shield, the blue egg shield, and the sky egg shield. And what these ones gave was cooking. So he got the skills cooking, vision up, and simple recipes. Another crafting ability for that one. Now, special note about vision up, this doesn't refer to him just getting better eyesight, it refers to him being able to see information from monsters and materials. Moving on, we have the calorie shield and the energy shield. These are both shields that come about from the stuff that Naofumi makes. The calorie shield gives the stamina up bonus, and the energy shield gives a small SP increase. SP is one of the stats that they use in the world. Another one that we have along with this series is the potential energy shield, which gives Naofumi a small stamina reduction. Moving on, we have another series of shields that Naofumi gets from fighting little rabbits. They are called, and these are the light novel names, the USA Leather Shield and the USA Meat Shield. The Leather Shield gives agility 3, which I believe is agility plus 3. And then the Meat Shield gives the dissection ability. In other words, it just makes it easier for Naofumi to cut up monsters when he's dealing with them. Moving on, we get the Sharpening Shield, and it comes with the Sharpening level 1 as a special effect. How this works is that the Sharpening Shield has a bunch of different slots inside of it, and we have a nice picture of it from the light novel. You put a sword into one of the slots, and 8 hours later, it will be sharpened and back to good condition. It's a pretty interesting shield. Next up, we have the Pickaxe Shield. This gives the Mining 1 ability, and as you can guess, it lets Naofumi mine better. The way it works in the actual light novel is that pretty much if Naofumi is looking at a bunch of rocks, there will be a small target that shows up, and it pretty much means that there's a lot more ore there. So it pretty much helps Naofumi find materials faster. Next up, we have a very interesting shield in the Rope Shield. So the Rope Shield comes in with both a bonus skill and a special effect. The bonus skill that Naofumi can learn from the Rope Shield is the Airstrike Shield, and the special effect is Rope. The Airstrike Shield is a large magic shield that hovers in the air. We've seen it in action in episode 2. The special effect Rope we've also seen in episode 2. It's pretty much like a grappling hook. The Rope Shield will send a rope out to a piece of rock and hold on to it. It's a pretty cool special effect. Next up, and now we're going into spoiler territory, we have the Two-Headed Black Dog Shield, and it has two abilities again. First, it has Alert Shield. This is the ability that Naofumi can inherit. It sends out an alarm if an enemy is 20 meters of Naofumi. The special effect that it has, however, is called Dog Bite. Dog Bite's a really creative skill. If someone approaches the shield, the dogs will start attacking them. Of course, as you can imagine, it's a short range attack. Next up, we have the Light Metal Shield that gives Defense 1 and also gives Magical Defense up as a special effect. And mind you, like the terminology here kind of changes throughout the novel, so I'm just reporting it as I read it in the novel. It's kind of strange sometimes. Moving on, we got the PQ Shield, which gives Simple Weapon Restoration 1. No other information was given about that skill. Next up, we have the Wood Shield, which gives the Collection 1 skill. And after that, we have the Butterfly Shield. I wonder what he pounded into that. It gives Paralysis Resistance 1. Next, we have the Pipe Shield. And this one comes with a special skill, Shield Prison. It forms a large cage around a battlefield with a diameter of about 6 meters. Naofumi can use this to restrain people. Next, we have the Animal Needle Shield, and it kind of does what you can imagine from that name. First off, the equip bonus is Attack 1, which obviously raises the attack stat, and the special effect is Needle Shield. So when someone attacks the shield will spike back and they'll do some small damage. And finally, the final shield that Naofumi unlocks in volume 1 but doesn't really use is the Curse Shield series. This shield will be more relevant in the upcoming novels. Anyway, those are the powers and the shields that Naofumi has by the end of volume 1. There's a lot of things, and by the end of the volume, Naofumi has mastered the majority of the skills across a lot of his early shields. So at this point, Naofumi has really buffed himself up. Now if you're asking, does Naofumi have these shields in the anime? As you saw, there are some little Easter eggs hidden in the status menu when Naofumi's looking at them. The shields are being unlocked. It's just the anime is not taking time to properly say which ones they are. And when you look at a lot of the skills that the shields have, a lot of them aren't that impressive. So only the really flashy ones are getting properly acknowledged. And that's not a problem. So there you go. You know what powers Naofumi has. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.